welcome to Live with the Creativity Cave. It's April 28th, and I'm super excited to see you. Let me get my Stampin' Lips on. I actually pulled my lip gloss out before I started my live, so I'd be all ready for you because we have so much to talk about. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I got to watch my son race, which was really nice. And I had a lovely little visit with him, which was fantastic. Ooh, which was really sorry. And let's see. So he ran on Thursday night at like 8 something at night, which is pretty late. For these days, I mean, usually he runs more during the day in college. I guess in high school he would run pretty late at night, but anyway, it was really great to see him. There were storms coming, but they either went in a different direction or missed us, whatever. So that was really nice. I was worried I was going to be like out in the rain. Luckily, that did not happen. So I just had the best time seeing him. He did really good, even though he's so hard on himself. Oh my gosh. He ran, I think he ran the best time he's run for a 5K ever. So that was good. He ran the 5,000 on a track, and he's never run that on a track before, just in cross country, which is very different. I thought he did great. He placed 9th out of 100 guys. So that's pretty good, I thought. But of course, it wasn't good enough. But he's really hard on himself. Anyway, I was proud of him. And then I spent an extra night in Des Moines because it was the Drake Relays, which you might recall last 3 years he's run at the Drake Relays. His team ran last year and they did not go this year because there's always rain delays for Drake. And this year, of course, they didn't go and there were no rain delays. So I was laughing because his coach last year was bad. There was like a bunch, and he actually ran his mile last year and it like got rain delayed by like hours. So that was kind of crazy. I remember my husband and I sitting in our car waiting, like, is this happening or And I think there was a tornado last year too. So it was kind of an eventful meet, but unfortunately, he was just there as a spectator this time, but got to see lots of his friends. His friends actually came, and his old high school coach and high school teammates came to watch him run his 5K because it was actually at a college only a half an hour away from where they all were at Drake. So that was really cool. And then he got to see all of his buddies from Iowa. So he had a great time. I did a little shopping. I did a little watercolor painting in the hotel because it was not warm this weekend. But then this is crazy. So I know there's like storms going through. I gotta look at my weather. I think I just got a warning. It's 85 today. It was like, well, yesterday was warmer, but it's been crazy. I don't know if we're getting, there is a severe storm risk, but I don't know. All weekend long, they've been saying we're going to have these horrible, horrible storms, and then it looks like nothing is going to end up happening today, but whatever. But it did actually get kind of dark out, so I was kind of like, ooh, maybe something is happening. Anyway, it's just so crazy, this weather. We are having our meet and greet for the new catalog kickoff right after this. Well, not immediately after, but tonight after my live, we're having a kickoff. In fact, I gotta check the schedule because I can't remember what time it is. I gotta check my own schedule to make sure that I'm there on time, right? Because I gotta make sure this live is the right number of minutes long. I can't jibber jabber too much if we've got that. But if you haven't joined the new catalog kickoff, we would love to have you. There should be a link in the description of this video. And the schedule of events is in the Facebook group. So if you're there, make sure and check it out. It is at 7 p.m. So I usually finish here around 6:15. So there'll be just a little break so I can quick have dinner with my husband and then we'll be live. But I'm super excited about it. You can join the new catalog kickoff. It is a really fantastic event. We have so much planned. We're having more than one video per day. Like not every day, but several days there will be more than one video. So I'm kind of excited about that. We have guest stampers, and I'm so excited because the guest stamper that is working with me, she ended up doing 3 videos instead of just one. So I can't wait. She sent them to me and I've been busy with work, so I haven't been able to look at them and I can't wait. So tonight that's what I'm going to do is watch the videos. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to the event. It's going to be so much fun. Tomorrow we just get right to it. We've got a card challenge coming out, and my first live is tomorrow. So it's going to be awesome. And everybody is invited. We would love to have you be a part of it. It is just $18 for 2 weeks of fun, no matter where you are in the world. And everybody who registers also will receive a gift from us. So it's a really awesome event, and I think well worth both your time and your $18. So we've got a lot of stuff jam-packed in it. And we have a fun surprise that will be happening actually the week after the event. So watch for that. It will be kind of cool. So, ooh, the sirens are going off in Mankato. Well, stay safe. My gosh, Wendy, I hope you're okay. I did see that things are a little bit north of us, which that is where you are. So please be safe. Oh, shoot. I just went out of my live. Oh, wait, no, there it is. Okay, sorry. I watched the comments on my phone. Keep us posted, Mary, or Wendy, pardon me. I want to make sure you all are okay. Minnesota is not that warm. I know, it's not 86 in April in Iowa ever. And it's kind of humid out. Like I went outside and I was like, whoa. And then this is really funny too, because my basement is where my office is. It's actually really cool down here. So I put on a sweatshirt because I'm cold. So, oh goodness. And I'm worried that we might have to turn the air on unless it cools down tonight because, oh my gosh, it's hot upstairs. Well, all right. Anyway, I hope that you guys all had a great weekend. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yesterday I finished watching the second season of 1883. That's like the Yellowstone prequel. Has anybody else watched it? I was talking to my sister, and she is the one who actually got me into Yellowstone. So I watched it and I told her about it, and I was like, yeah, I love she and I have watched Yellowstone and everything together, but I just cannot believe now I lost my chat. I cannot believe the second season. Like, it's really wild. And I told my sister that I thought it was really depressing. I don't know. And darn it, I cannot see the comments anymore. Okay. So I finished the season and it is just so depressing. The second season is like, oh, what next? It really, and I just, yeah, the second season came out, I want to say like in February, maybe. I started watching it and then I kind of took a break because it was, like I said, it was kind of depressing. I loved the first season. I thought it was really good, but the second season just, I mean, it made me sad. So, and I won't spoil it for you, but like, oh my gosh, what else can happen? And also, there's one character who, there's always a show where there's like the villain in the show and you just hate him. Like in Outlander, it's Black Jack Randall, right? Like awful, awful guy. Or that later on, it's the what is that guy's name? The bad guy when they're in America. I can't think of his name at the moment. Stephen Bonnet. Okay, so those are the bad guys. Well, in this movie, there's a bad guy too, or in this show, and he's I want to say his name is Whitfield or Whitmore or something like that. Oh, I didn't not like the part with him at all, like at all. Anyway, I just had to tell you about that. So if you haven't seen, I mean, it's good, and it kind of like, I think, pulls it all together, but Harrison Ford, yes, Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, and she's amazing in this. She's like, I love her. I really like her anyway, but yeah. And why can't I see my chat? Darn it, this live chat. Okay, I got it back. Phew. Oh, thank you, my sweetie. Okay, so I'm not off the Diet Coke. My sweetheart brought me some though. He's a hero. So anyway, crazy times. Here, I gotta just set this down. Okay. All right, I'm back. Okay, so we've talked about that. Now I have one more thing I have to share with you. This is crazy. I sort of splurged, and I say sort of because I got it with my credit card points. But I used a lot of points on this, and I could most assuredly have gotten other things for it that are more useful. But I think this is pretty good. So I don't know if you noticed, but I think my hair looks pretty good today. Do you guys want to know why? So when we were in Raleigh, Barb had this hair dryer that was like unbelievable. Okay? Unbelievable. And so she let us use it, of course, while we were there. I don't like to dry my hair. I don't like to do my hair. I don't like it. Like, I'm really kind of laid back. You know, I let my hair dry. It's straight as can be normally, so it dries pretty straight, just air drying. Well, I used this hair dryer and it looked, you guys, I can't believe I got this hair dryer. Anyway, so her daughter, I think, got one, or maybe she gave it to her daughter for Christmas, you know, or I can't remember. She got it on a Black Friday special, and so her daughter got it, and then Barb got it because it was that good. And Barb does not spend money on things for herself, especially, like, ever. So, like, this was a big deal that she had this hair dryer. And Kelly and I used it, and we were like, oh my gosh. So I finally decided I had to get this hair dryer. Well, I looked for it, and it was a lot. Like, a lot. But you guys, first of all, it's 85 today, and I was not sweaty by the time I was done blow drying my hair. And my hair takes a long time to blow dry. It also was in the next room. My husband's like in a meeting like on the Zoom, and my bathroom is right next to where his office is, and he couldn't hear it. It was amazing. Okay, what's the name? I know you guys are going to ask me. It's a Dyson hair dryer, and it was, well, again, I didn't pay cash for it. I used my credit card points. So I got it for free. But I will, if you want, I can share the link. I can't even believe I got this, but it works so amazing. It really is amazing. And I feel better about myself because I use the stupid hair dryer, and I never blow dry my hair. Like, I literally only blow dry it like when I'm on trips. Okay, here's the other thing is tomorrow my hair is gonna look good again because this hair dryer is that good. It's like a 2-day situation. You guys, seriously. I can't believe I did this. And my husband, when it came, he's like, what is that? Because I told him about this hair dryer, but I was like, no, no, no. I got it with my credit card points. And so I'm really grateful that I could get it with my credit card points. So I can say I didn't buy it, but oh my gosh, it was so amazing. I really thought, what is all the hubbub about? But I really feel like there's something to it. We also have a Dyson, and ironically enough, I'm pretty sure I bought this on credit card points too, but we also have a Dyson pet vacuum cleaner, like for hardwood floors, because our floors upstairs are hardwood, and they're dark. They're like a cherry color, and my dogs are white. And as you probably know, they shed like there's no tomorrow. So anyway, it was like such a good purchase. Again, I'm pretty sure I used my credit card points for that too. Now, this was like a year's worth of points, but still, like I got something for me. So there you go. Okay. Tiffany said she noticed Barb's hair on a live a few months ago and commented how young she looked. Her hair looks so good. It is so true. Like I seriously, because it's not frizzy and it's nice and straight. And then tomorrow it's going to look good again. I'm really excited about that. Can you tell? Did I get the $78 one or the $500 one? I got the somewhere in the middle one. Like, I know there's at least a couple models newer or fancier or higher than the one I got. Mine was on sale for points, but again, I used my credit card points. I did not pay cash for it. But I will have to, I'll find the link for it. But it really does do some pretty cool stuff. There, it came with all these attachments, but I didn't have time to figure out what any of those did yet, because like it literally just came and I used it today. Like I held off on showering until the mail came because I knew this package was coming. So I didn't shower until like after lunch today, but I'm loving it. Okay, so you're welcome for that information. Now, I will say this is such a splurge. I just normally would not. Now, would I buy $300 in stamps? You bet. Would I buy $300 for a hairdryer? No. I think it's crazy, but anyway, I just had to tell you. Oh, hi, Kim from Northern Ireland. Gosh, I wish I could hear you talk. I'm assuming you have an adorable accent. I love accents. Speaking of, not speaking of anything, I I am going to share with you a couple things. Oh, I have some prizes. So I've been working on, so our new rewards system launched, I want to say like last week or week or so ago, 10 days ago, whatever. And I've been working on kind of changing some of my VIP rewards. So I've got a VIP rewards Facebook group, and I hope that if you are in there, you saw the first thing is we are having a Saturday Sunday share. And so for our first one, I have kind of some fancy prizes, if I can just say. So I asked people to share a project that they have created or been working on recently. And then I would enter you into a drawing for prizes. And so I'm going to draw names for that from the people who participated. Now, if you're not in my VIP rewards group, this is how you get in there. Just order something from my online store. You also can be a part of it if you order a class from me. But like if you're in my Sunshine and Creativity Delivered, but like a class packet, that is also another way you can get in there. But I do some things throughout the year. I haven't given as much attention to that group since I'd been mailing card kits out as gifts with purchase, but now that now that I'm not sending card kits out anymore because the rewards changed, I am doing other things, and this is the first of those things. So I've got the tickets in here, and there was a whole bunch of cards posted. So even if you didn't share a project, make sure and check them out because there's some really fun projects. But I've got 2 prizes. So I've got this, there's 4 embellishments in here. So that's 1 prize. And then another prize is a bundle. I have actually a couple to choose from. I've got the Textured Notes bundle or the Beautiful Butterflies bundle. So you can choose from one of those. But the first winner is going to get this project, this little thing of embellishments. And that is going to go to, sorry. Oh my gosh, I had a ticket in my hand and now I lost it. Okay, that is going to go to Julie Braby. All right, so congrats to you, Julie. Well done. We will get that mailed out to you. I know where you live. Julie is, let's see, I don't want to put that on the floor because my dogs might eat it. Okay, Julie is somebody I've known for a long time. Okay, and then the other prize is going to be the bundle, either Textured Notes or Beautiful Butterflies. You can choose whichever you would like. And that is going to go to Susan Ryan. So congrats to you. So Susan, let me know which one you'd like, and then we will get that mailed out to you. So congrats to you, ladies. All right, the next thing I have, I did not, well, you guys are going to kind of laugh at me. I did not pick up my desk very well before I started my live. I've got like 8 things going on right now on my stamping table. So let's get rid of the tickets and okay, put the Friends mug back. And then I'm going to flip my camera around so that you can watch. Now, everybody else has the opportunity to be in our April Creative Challenge. We created a really fun fold card. I think that was last week. We were a little late getting that out, but there's still time to participate. You have until the end of the month, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to write tickets until next week when I'm live, so you probably have a few extra days if you want to participate. But it's a cute little fun fold. It uses designer series paper. It's a great way to use up DSP for your project, and you can share that in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group. There's a link in the description of this video for that. Sorry, I've got the hiccups all of a sudden. And I would love to have you participate, and then I will be giving away, I will have a bundle from the new catalog to give away next week. So that will be awesome. So make sure you get yourself entered into that. Sorry, I'm just literally putting the last couple of ink pads away. I do have some cards to share that came in the mail. So I'm going to flip my camera around. And here we go. Oh, that was pretty seamless. Nice. Sometimes it takes a little effort. Okay, so I have to show you this. This is really cute. I got this card from my sister, and I thought you guys would find it funny. It's not stamped, but it's so cute. So my sister is so sweet. So that came in the mail for Easter. I love that. All right. And I also received some really fun projects in the mail that I wanted to share with you. So the first one is this adorable card. And this is so sweet. This is from Hope. And look at these pictures she sent me and my besties. This was going up on stage for awards. And, Sarah and Rhonda and I. So that was really sweet. So thank you so much for including those pictures, Hope. I really appreciate that. This was from On Stage last month in Raleigh. So then I got this super cute card. Look at that. This is from Anne, who's on my team. This is just such a sweet Easter card. Isn't that adorable? I love how she did that. She is so good. And then look at this pretty card. This one is from Lisa, who's on my team. And that was just super sweet of her to send me this card. So thank you so much, Lisa. I got, look at this is kind of fun. I got this one from the home office. And this is to recognize me for my 2.5 million sales milestone. So how cool is that? I like this card. Simple and really neat. So very fun. So thank you to Stampin' Up for that one. Then I got this cute card. Look at this. This one I think is from Debbie. Yeah. This is a sweet Easter card from Debbie. So thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate it. It's so fun. So springy, isn't that? Oh my gosh, I love it. And then this is a really cute card. This one, ooh, it came from Claire. Oh, and Clara sent me just the sweetest note. Okay, I just love, I have to read just for a minute. It says, I'm a retired teacher of 40 years. When I retired, I didn't know what I would do with my time. I found you on YouTube and I started making cards. Now I have a card ministry at church for shut-ins and college and military and birthdays. I send about 75 cards a month between church and my personal mailings. You share so many ideas. Praise God for ideas and the creativity he gave you. Oh, how sweet is that? So Clara, thank you so very much. And she sent me this sweet Easter card. And then there were these cute little cards inside. They have like little verses on them. So I thought that was really kind. So thank you so much. That was so sweet of you to think of me, Clara. And you are just passing on that blessing to others. So that's really awesome. All right, friends. Today, a few announcements. So as you know, the new catalog is starting soon, not until May 6th. Just so you know, it's not May 1st, it's May 6th. That's just, ugh. So anyway, but yes, I have a paper share available. If you are interested, there should be a link in the description of this video for my share. I'm also will be sending out another email about it later this week, so you can watch for that if you're on my email list. We have our new catalog launch party. Our meet and greet kicks off tonight. That will be in the Stamp Happy Academy Facebook page, so facebook.com/Stamp Happy Academy. It will just pop up live in the feed at 7 p.m. Central, which is typically about 30 to 45 minutes after I finish my live today. So we'll see how my timing is. But that is the plan. Also, the Everyday Arches class is going out this week. So if you haven't already, get registered for this one. We are going to make an Everyday Arches class or card in our live today. This class is so fun. Oh my gosh. The projects are really awesome. So I hope you will join us for that. You will not be disappointed to get this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Beautiful Bokeh is our all-star video class bundle for this month, and these get emailed to people who spend $50 or more in my online store, or you can purchase it for $15. Again, there should be a link in the description of this video, and these projects are really awesome. And even if you don't have this particular bundle, there's just lots of really great ideas for use with butterfly stamps and dies in general. We've had many over the years, and so you can easily substitute, different sets that you've gotten for this to work. Just a reminder of our new ordering benefit. So when you order through my online store, you will get 10% back in Stampin Rewards from Stampin' Up that you can use on a future purchase. You can bank those points and save them up and use them for something special, or you can use them every time you place an order, whatever you want to do. But they're good for a year. And all I will say is pay attention to this weekend. That's all I want you to know about that. Okay, just pay attention to what might be happening this weekend. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, you also get access to that VIP Rewards Facebook group that I mentioned, where I've got bonus inspiration happening. So we had our first kind of share situation. I also will do random prize drawings for people. So the best way to get entered is to participate by commenting, liking, etc. In the group. Also, when you spend $35 or more, you will get invited to our Stamp Happy Party, which is typically the second second Wednesday of the month. It will be the I don't know if, what, I guess it's the Wednesday, the 7th. I'm pretty sure it's the 7th. It's a little different only because we'll be on the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip during our typical Wednesday session. And that is just an event where we have a lot of fun. We stamp a project, and Kelly, Barb, and I each make a project, and then we also will do some prize giveaways. So watch for that. You probably caught our first one. It was free in April, but May's, you got to get invited. You can also get into that by being a Stamp Happy Academy subscriber. You automatically can join the fun that way as well. And then finally, if you spend $50, you get the All-Star Video Class Bundle, which changes each time. There's a different one each month. So there you go. And again, Stamp Happy Academy is our place where awesomeness happens. All kinds of fun things are happening over there. And that Stamp Happy Party I mentioned is going to be happening May, I want to say 7th. I believe that's the Wednesday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you can join us. Don't forget, there are last chance list items that are on great discounts. Many of them are discounted a lot. There's all kinds of good stuff in there, and you don't want to miss those. Things are selling out. I actually had something that a customer was asking me about over the weekend, and it actually was sold out, and it was fast. I didn't think it would sell out so fast. So anyway, these things are going on right now. And last but not least, I have my in-person watercolor retreat happening in June, and I would love to have you come. We had just an unbelievable time our first go around back in the beginning of April, and we're going to repeat the same content again. It's a very small group, so you can get individualized attention no matter where you are in watercoloring, whether you are very brand new, never painted a thing before. We actually had a couple of those this last time, or you've been painting for a while. You will have an amazing time. Oh my gosh, people have just been giving me the best feedback. So I'm so excited about this event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. Enough jibber jabber. It's time to stamp, you guys. Okay, our first card is going to be a really fun one with a little ink blending. And I thought I would use kind of a bright and cheerful color combo. I've got kind of, these are like, what do they call these? Like Stampin' Buddies or there's a name for them somewhere in the catalog. They're like colors that go together. So Melon Mambo and Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, and Pumpkin Pie. So we're going to use these colors to create a beautiful background on our card. And, but before we do that, I thought maybe we would stamp and do a little emboss resist. So I've set up on my Stamparatus here the big thank you stamp. Like, what is the name of this stamp? I think it's just literally thank you. And of course I can't find the case. I know it's here somewhere because no. Oh, wait. Yes. Oh, thanking you. Oh, of course. Thanking you is the name of this. Of course it is. Thanking you. But this is a big stamp. Like, we've had a congrats and a happy birthday, or if we haven't, they're coming, or I don't know. But it's a really fun stamp. So what I want to do is stamp it on a piece of basic white. This is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I'm just going to stamp it in some clear ink. And then I can heat emboss it with either clear or white ink. Either one really will work. I will grab whichever one is closest to me, which is probably white because I use that quite a bit. Color Buddies, that's what it's called. Thanks, Sherry. But good guess, Patricia. They are analogous colors, but that's not what Stampin' Up calls them. They call them Color Buddies. Okay, so you can see, oh, I forgot to do my embossing buddy on this, didn't I? Oh my gosh. Oh well, hopefully we'll be okay. It won't be the end of the world if it's not. All right, so I've got that stamped. And then let's heat emboss it. Now I used my Stamparatus, which I know is retired, but I know a lot of you have them. But now let's heat this baby up. Okay. All right, so there's our thank you. Actually, it doesn't look like too much powder. I say that, but we'll see when it melts. Actually, we'll see when I ink blend over it. So this is going to be like a emboss resist technique. So we'll heat this up, melt the powder, and then we're going to ink blend over it. And I love big images like this. Now, even if you don't have the big thanking you or any of the others, I think, I want to say we had like a happy birthday and yeah, happy simple birthday, or maybe that one's the one that's coming. And then we had a congrats, or else the congrats is the one that's coming. I don't know anymore. Or maybe I'm just crazy. Either one. It could be. But I really love this stamp. It's just fun because there's so many different techniques you can do with a big, huge image like this. But my personal, I was going to watercolor it, but then I decided to ink blend instead. But we're going to do kind of a watercolory thing with it. Don't worry, because you know that's my fave. Okay, I just want to make sure everything is melted before I start bringing ink into the mix. And I think we are good. I didn't even melt my fingers off, so everybody's happy. Okay, so now let's do a little ink blending over the top of this. So I'm going to start with my, actually, I think I'm going to start with Pretty in Pink. Okay, Pretty in Pink and Peach Pie are both pretty light, so, you know, it's kind of hard. But what I want to do is add some color in different areas right over the top. And as you can see, the embossing resists. I know this is probably a pretty simple technique, but we're going to kind of kick it up a notch in a minute here. Okay, so now I'm going to add some Peach Pie to this. Peach Pie is perfect for spring and summer. But then we're going to switch over to Melon Mambo and Pumpkin Pie. Congrats is coming. We have happy birthday. Thank you, Sharon. I'm like looking, well, I can't open my catalog on camera yet because that's against the rules. And I'm looking at my shelf trying to find it, and I don't see it. Okay, now when you add color like this, you want to make sure that you still can see all the different colors. Like I got a little aggressive here on my pumpkin pie. In fact, I might even add a little bit more of my Pretty in Pink just so that it's not outdone. But you want to be able to see all those colors. And then I'm going to switch to my dark pink. You guys, I have to tell you this. Sharon, she's on my team, and she's also a good friend of mine. They just got a new dog. New to them. I think it was a rescue. Are you fostering this dog, or did you, like, adopt it, or is this, like, permanent or temporary? I feel like it's permanent, but you never know. Okay, so look at all of that bright, fun, happy color. I love it. Okay, this would also be lovely in like Coastal Cabana, Azure Afternoon. I probably should have done it in those colors, but anyway, that's okay. You full on adopted. Okay, I thought so. Your text message said something about fostering, so I wasn't positive. But oh my gosh, so cute. All right. Okay, so I'm just wiping off with, I've just got a paper towel here, just wiping off that excess ink, just to make sure everything's nice and bright. Now, here's where the little magic happens. I'm going to take a water painter and just some clear, clean water, and I'm going to tap that on my paper. And I'm going to do that a couple of times because that is going to create kind of a fun little watery background on my card, which I think is very fun. Now, if you get a little aggressive, you can just dab up the excess water. Okay, and then we're gonna let that dry for a second. And I'm actually gonna take my water painter and just go over that because it feels like the ink is kind of sticking to my embossing just a little too much. But I think it's probably just me. Looks like it looks good. Loves frisbee and bread. I love that. Okay, so how fun is this? Now, I was thinking this would be super fun for like if you have a graduate, I should say, who needs thank you cards, you could do these in their colors. You could also add some stamped images on top of this, which would be fun too. So to that end, maybe we should do that. I've got, oh, I wonder if I put it away. I've got this cute little stamp set. Oh, I did not put it away. Good. Called Choose Happy, and oh my gosh, it's just so cute. So you could do any number of these different images on here. I think I'm going to take the star and maybe the heart and stamp those on here just to add a little bit of extra, you know. And I think that will be super cute. Oops, but you could take just about anything. And so I'll use the darker colors. So obviously I'll take my pumpkin and do pumpkin stars in the pumpkin areas on here, or the peach pie areas. And just add some stars to this. And then I will take my melon mambo and do hearts. And I feel like I'm kind of doing an angled area like this. Oh yeah, that's fun. And I'm just gonna kind of, let me bring my scrap paper back in here. I'm just kind of doing this in the corners here. We'll throw one in right there. This isn't as even as I was hoping it would be, but it's okay. There we go. Okay, I was hoping it would be more like that, but that's not quite how the ink worked. Maybe I'll just fill the remainder up like this so it's a little bit more evenly distributed. Okay, I think this is good. All right, so there we go. Now let's put this into a card. I was gonna take some white ribbon and add a panel of 4 by 5 1/4 white to adhere this to. And then depending on how we felt about that, ooh, I might need to trim this just a skosh. And then we will mount it to a card. Okay, that looks good. All right, so I'm gonna flip this over and adhere. Now between the water droplets, the heat embossing and the ink blending over the top, it did warp just a bit. And so I put a fair amount of adhesive on here just to make sure that it's stuck on there. But putting that layer down helps me tie some ribbon around this, which will look really great. And I actually might put the ribbon at the top, which is not what I typically would do. But actually, I don't know if I want ribbon on here now that I'm looking at this. I feel like there's plenty going on. I don't want to take away from it. Now, my first thought was to do Melon Mambo, and I think I'm going to stick with that because I do like it. Now, if I would have been a teensy bit smarter, I would have probably started on a larger panel of white cardstock. And the reason is because then, well, we're going to pop this up. The reason is I could have just cut off a hunk and then added that to the inside. But instead what we're going to do is we're just simply going to ink blend with the ink left over on our blending brushes. We're going to just ink a little strip that we can put on the inside of our card. But how fun is that? It's just so cheerful. And I love that. Okay, so then for the inside, I don't know about you, but I have about 1 million pieces of white scrap, you know, from trimming cardstock. And so I'm just going to take the ink that's left over. Oh, this one's kind of contaminated. I might need to wash that one a little bit. But never fear, we will cover that up with no problem. And again, this is just what's left over on the brush. I'm not adding any more ink or anything. And then, let's see, did we do pumpkin with this? I feel like we did. Okay, so there we go. Nice little bit of color, and we're gonna add it to the inside. And how fun is that? Oh, so cute. Just so fun and cheerful and summery and great. Now the last thing we can do, which, you know, makes any card extra special and awesome, is Clear Wink Estella Spritz. I mean, just seems like the right thing to do. We did the water droplet kind of texture in the background, and then we can spritz over the top. And then I think we could also embellish this just a touch with some gems. Ooh, you know what might look good? These opal rounds. So fun. These have like a little iridescent-y something or other in them, and they might just be the perfect little pizzazz to stick in here. Ooh, I could even use their, I don't know what color these are, but this yellowish color would work on here too. Okay, so fun. I just love ink blending. It's such a simple technique, but gosh, it just really gives you big results. Now here's something else I can do, is I did not do the spritzing on this. So I'm going to cover up basically everything pretty much but the strip, and then we'll do just a touch of spritzing on here as well with my water, just because it's worth it. I'll dab up excess with my paper towel, And now it coordinates as well. Isn't that just the best? Oh, I love it. So really simple card. Any color combinations would be fantastic. The the school colors for a graduate would be good. The colors of a wedding would be fun. If you needed wedding shower or baby shower cards, this would be good for a baby girl. You could do balmy blue Coastal Cabana Azure Afternoon for a baby boy. You could do yellow for, I don't know. So, I mean, just a really all-purpose kind of card. Okay, so we've got that one done. Next up, next up, we're going to do a little watercolor technique card, and I really like this one. It's super simple. I made a card like this many years ago. Well, I should say several years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not even sure. Tiffany asked a great question. When I ink blend, do I use the thick or the thinner one? I use the thinner one. It probably would work with both, but I personally just like the I like stamping on our basic white cardstock better than our thick white, but it really could go either way. Oh, Janie says it's giving off Lisa Frank vibes. It kind of is, isn't it? That's funny. Okay, well, we're going to switch gears to a much softer look for this next card. And this is a stamp set that I really like, but actually haven't done much with. And I was pretty excited that it was staying around because, like I said, I've got it, but I haven't done a lot with it. And it's called Grateful Blessings. I just think the sentiments in here are so nice. I love this. Thank you for your prayers. That's kind of a nice one to have. You're such a blessing is so nice. You are loved. I'm grateful for you. So I'm looking forward to that, to using that sentiment. And I think you guys are going to like this card. So we're going to start with a pool party card base. Got to change up the color scheme a bit here. And I've got a piece of Fluid 100 cardstock that's 3.5 by 4 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to take and stamp the detail or the solid part of the stamp. So this is the image. And then it's got this like two-step situation here. Okay, so we're going to stamp this image ultimately right about that spot. So I'm going to ink this up with some Pool Party ink, and then I'm going to take my Azure Afternoon ink or Stampin' Right marker. Yes, this is my Fluid 100 paper. Okay, so I just dabbed a little bit of darker color just for some accent in here. And again, I want this to be stamped roughly like that, okay? But what I'm going to do is take, I've got some water in this spritzer here, and I'm just going to spritz the background, okay? You don't want it like, you don't want drips coming down. You just want it moist. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp that down like so. And you can see it's really loose and it's spreading out, and that's exactly what we want to have happen. Okay, so that is perfect. Love it. And as I kind of waved that, it's spreading the ink, the color out a little bit. Perfect. Love, love, love. Now in the stamp set, there's also this kind of branchy image here. And so I'm going to take that and ink it up with some Granny Apple Green ink. And I think I'm going to stamp this off first. Okay, and I'm giving this just a moment to not dry, but not be as moist as it once was. Okay, so I stamped off my first layer, and then I'm just going to add that over the top. And you can see it will disperse a little bit and be fine. Now what we do want to do is let this dry completely, because we're going to stamp over it. And so we don't want our detail to get all runny. We only want the background to be runny. So again, I'm just heating this up, drying everything out, and then I will heat the back side just a touch. I will say I'm playing a little fast and loose with life because wet paper on recently ink blended background is a dangerous game to play. Okay, so there we go. Next up, I'm gonna stamp this right over the top in black. And at this point you can use Memento or you can use Stays On. I'm gonna use Memento just because it's handy. And then we're gonna ink, or we're gonna stamp this. And again, it's okay if it's not exactly matching, but look at how fun that is. How cool, right? Again, the key to this is making sure your paper is completely dry before you stamp that detail over the top. Otherwise, it will spread out and it will not look nice. Okay, so we've got this beautiful card going. We're going to add this sentiment, and I'll do that in black as well. And it says, I'm grateful for you. And now that I'm doing this, I'm thinking this probably would have been really nice in basic gray as well, but we're doing black, so we're going to stick with it. Okay, now I want you to know that Memento does take a little time to dry on this Fluid 100 paper. It's cotton paper, and as a result, it takes a little longer to dry. It's not like cardstock where it's basically instantly dry. I know this because I have smudged many a sentiment stamped on this paper, and it always makes me mad. And I don't want to do that on this card because it's just so pretty. Okay, now let's take and this is a pretty simple card so far. So I wanted to add a little accent to this. I've got a little scrap of some pool party cardstock. I'm just going to rip this, and I've got that beautiful torn edge. So we'll adhere this so that just a little sliver of it sticks out from our card or our sentiment. Okay, and then I will snip off the excess. And isn't that beautiful? And this is the same width as my card, but it just adds a beautiful little touch. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now, I wanted to add like a little like texture or detail to the bottom of this, and I'm trying to figure out what to do. Oh, I could use my good old text stamp. That would be all right, I guess. But I was hoping for something a little like designy. I don't know. Oh, why can't I think of anything? I'll stick with this. I'll stick with the text. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been using this stamp set a lot. And this is my go-to. You know how I don't stick anything? I don't stick my stamps, the stickers on my stamp. I did mark the top of the stamp because I was stamping it upside down too often. So I didn't want to do that anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this on the bottom here, just kind of between where the sentiment goes and the rest of the stamp, just so that there's a little something on there. You know, it's just for a little text. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, that worked out. Okay, so that was Element of Text. Such a beautiful set. Okay, so now what I want to do is put this on my card, and I was trying to think of a nice layer to go on here, and I think I might actually just do another piece of Fluid 100 paper. It's really beautiful paper. So I will cut this to be, let's see, 3 3/4 by 5. And then that will be a nice little, just a nice little layer on here. And, you know, this is a real simple project, but I think is just so beautiful. I'm going to scooch that up just a little bit so it's kind of on this border between the two. Okay, and then we'll adhere this. Sorry, I put kind of a lot of adhesive on here, but it's kind of interesting because this paper isn't really white, but it isn't really off-white either. So I think it looks nice layered together like that. All right, I'm also going to pop this one up because, I mean, we just should. I feel strongly about that. Every card should have something popped up, in my humble opinion. It's just so pretty. Okay. So gorgeous and so simple, right? It's just such a simple technique. All right, now on the inside of our card, we're going to add some stamping with this as well. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this inside, and then we can take whatever's left on here. I'm going to huff on it and stamp it to go over. And it gives you kind of that same look. You know, you'll never get two of these to happen twice, but it's kind of cool. And then I'm going to take whatever's left on this. I'm huffing on it again. And just stamping that on the inside as well. It's going to be light, and that's okay. I don't need it to be too dark. But then we're going to take our other stamp and stamp "You're Such a Blessing." Okay, so the outside says, "I'm grateful for you." The inside says, "You're such a blessing." And isn't that lovely? Such a nice thing to send to somebody. Let's see. Do I ever have trouble with my seal unraveling on itself? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I actually did have one of those the other week. Here's what you do to fix that, Megan, because it is a bummer. So if you pull these gears so they're apart, just a hair, and then you can twist this bottom to tighten it, that will work. You might have to do it a couple times. Typically for me, it only happens when I'm really close to the end of a roll and I don't know like what happens with the seal, but yeah, I've 9 out of 10 times been able to fix that. Okay, now we need to embellish this one as well. So I feel like this is kind of a good candidate for some iridescent pearls because they are just so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So pretty. That looks pretty good to me. And there we go. We're just going to keep it simple. All right, so we did a really bright one, a really soft card, and we're going to bring it home strong with kind of a fairly bright card. Okay, so this next one is going to feature the Arched Wishes, which coordinates with the Everyday Arches bundle. And that, of course, shameless plug, is the class we have coming out this week. And we would just love to have you be a part of it. There should be a link in the description of this video for you to get registered. Like I said, you won't be disappointed. If you are a Stamp Happy Academy subscriber, this class PDF is actually already on the Stamp Happy Academy website, and you can enjoy it, but we would love to have you get a class packet for this one. Okay, I'm almost cleaned up here. Now, for this card, I'm going to use a little bit of a similar, I've been kind of on a pink kick. I've got some, this is the second to largest arch, and then this is the largest in black for our card here. And I'm going to take this banner image or streamer or whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to use some peach pie, flirty flamingo, and pretty in pink. Oh, already out for this. Okay, so fun. I love these three colors together. This is a little bit softer than our first card, which was a pretty intense color. So let's get started with that. I will go with peach pie first. And so I'm just going to ink up my little streamer here, and I'm going to stamp that a few times, going down like so. And I reserve the right to come back and add more should I need to. But for now, I'm going to find my stamp cleaner and clean this off so I can change colors. Next up, I will do pretty in pink. Wendy, are you still there? I hope you're okay. I've been thinking about you. Hope you have not blown away. Keep us posted if you're watching. Okay, so I'm going to do pretty in pink now. Kind of going down. I'm just creating all these fun little banners, and then I will do finally some flirty flamingo on here, which is kind of a warm pink, if that's a thing. I feel like it is. Okay, so there we go. Really fun colors. And I think I'm going to do one more pretty in pink. I'm just going to carefully clean my stamp. That was sarcasm in case you weren't sure. And lightly ink this up. And there we go. Okay. Oh, how fun is that? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, this is going to get mounted onto this panel. Okay, and we're going to dress it up real nice. I'm going to grab a scrap of some basic white cardstock, and I'm going to stamp my cupcake. I was like, which is here somewhere. All right, I'm going to stamp this in black memento. Oh, good. Wendy is good. Whew, glad to hear it. This is a crazy time of year for things. You just never know what might be happening. Okay, so I've got peach pie, pink, pretty in pink, and flirty flamingo. So I'm going to grab those blends, and we're going to do a little color in. Ooh, is that? Yeah, that is flirty flamingo. I was not sure. Okay. So I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do flirty. Let's close some of these ink pads up because I'm sure somebody out there is like, Dana! I know. I kill you guys, don't I? Okay. So I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do peach pie for my frosting and flirty flamingo at the bottom for the cupcake holder. So I'll start with my dark. And I'm just going to kind of color like this. Put a line at the bottom, and then we'll blend it out with our light. Ooh, that's not good. When that happens, I'm just going to press that in and, ooh. I'm going to kind of twist this. I think I'll get this to work. Ooh, maybe not though. Okay, I twisted this and got this to come off. Oh, but it's pretty dry, isn't it? Well, that's not good. Let's see if we can get this to work enough for our project, and then I will need to replace this. That's actually okay because this is kind of an older marker. Anyway, I haven't had that happen in some time. Oh, but we were able to get it blended. Shoo! Okay, and I'm just going to add a little bit more of the dark on here so that it shows up, since my blending was, let's just say, not typical there. Okay, then I'm going to do my peach pie. There's my dark. So I'm just going to go and kind of follow the curves here with the dark, and then we'll blend the light over it. Okay. And then we'll do the candle in our Pretty in Pink. And of course, we are going to, is this Pretty in Pink? Of course, we're going to add some Winkostella to this because, I mean, why wouldn't we? Okay, so I'm just going to go every other one of these stripes, dark Pretty in Pink and light Pretty in Pink. And they might not be a huge difference, but there is a little difference. Okay, now we're going to fussy cut this because there's not actually a die for this one. But it's a pretty simple image to fussy cut. Which is great. And then this is going to be fun, 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 fun to add to our card. I'm always leaving a little bit of a white border around the edges. Okay, and look at how cute that is. All right. I know I get excited. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up. I mean, obviously. I think everybody knew that was coming. Okay, but I'm not going to stick it down quite yet because we're going to take and stamp our little, whoops, sentiment on here. So in my black memento, once again, okay, and we're going to stamp this right here. Okay, and it says, cheers to another year of you. Look at how cute that is. Okay, but wait, there's more. So there's this little kind of, whatever you want to call that. So what I'm going to do is mark that with a little pencil dot on my card. Ooh, is this the pencil that's out of lead? Yes. This is the pencil. That should be good. Okay, so what I'm doing is marking the spot where the center of this should be. Okay, and I'm going to ballpark it a little bit. Pretty good. And then my my cupcake can line right up with that. Isn't that cute? Now, you can also, if you want, because I think it's a really cute image, stamp some more of those around. So like I can just stamp a few of these on here. Not too many. I mean, I don't want to go crazy. But then I'm lining it up so that just kind of fits in the center like that. Like it's the flame. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Okay. I'm telling you, this is such a good class. Okay, then I'm going to take my clear Wink of Stella and I'm going to Stella up the icing on this cupcake because everybody knows good icing shimmers, at least on a card. And then I'm also going to do a little right there. So it's shimmery where the flame is. Okay. Now, let's take and adhere this to our, whatever this thing is, arch. I'm like, label? No, that's not really what that is. Arch. That's what I'm calling it. Okay, and I just love how the black pops against these fun colors. Isn't this just so cute? Okay, somewhere in this mess is a bone folder. I don't know where, so I'm just going to grab another one. I know I get messy, but that's how you know it's been a good stamping session. All right, I'm going to just adhere this to my card. I think I will pop it up. I was thinking maybe I could have put like the So Swirly, is that the name of that embossing folder? It's probably not quite right, but the swirl embossing folder, maybe that's the name of it. But I did not emboss that ahead of time, but that might be kind of cute on here in the background. It's not a ton that you see, but it is really fun. Okay, so cute. And then I'm looking for my embellishment. Here we go. Sorry. Could not find it at first. So I've got some iridescent faceted gems. Isn't that what these are called? Iridescent faceted gems. And let's just stick some of those on here because this is so cute. Okay, so I'm going to put these in the center of our little thingies. That's right. That's what I'm calling them. Thingies. And just like that, I finished off my package. So fun. Okay, so then, of course, we need to do something on the inside. So I'm going to take my stamp once again and quick clean this. And do just a few, not a ton of streamers, just a few. On here, I'm going to bring back my paper. Okay, so there's one. Clean my stamp. And then we'll do our other two colors real quick because they're just, oh, I just love these colors. Now we'll still get that black in here because I'm going to do my sentiment in black ink. So it's just going to be perfect. Okay. Happy birthday. Oh, so fun. I mean, seriously. So if you haven't gotten this class, I can't recommend it enough. It's just an awesome, awesome class. And I think you'll love it. Just to warn you, the Everyday Arches dies are out of stock right now, but they'll be back in about 2 weeks. So there might be a little delay if you get that version of the class, but it will for sure be worth the wait because It's just such a fun class, and I think you'll be glad that you are a part of it. So how cute. I just love those streamers. Oh my goodness. So let me show you all of the projects I made for today, because I feel like I did some good ones. We've got kind of pink was a bit of our color for the day. Oops, I didn't want to get rid of the card, just the stuff. So pink and orange was kind of my color for the day, but I like to contrast that with this nice, beautiful, soft card. So, oh, I hope you guys had fun with these. This technique is just so much fun. So if you haven't ever, give it a try. It works really great with two-step stamping, and it is just so much fun. Do I use water on my cleaner or something else? So I was cleaning those stamps real quick with my Stampin' Mist. This is an old bottle. And this is an old, this is like a 20-year-old Stampin' cleaner. It's like falling apart. I have the newer ones as well, but I have like a whole stack of them. I also typically, this one was just closer within reach. I use my chamois for most of my cleaning, and that is with just water in the chamois. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a really wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here today. If you could give me the thumbs up, that helps me so, so much. Whether you're watching live or later on, it really does help. Don't forget, let me know what your favorite card is. I love hearing that in the comments, even if you say you can't choose a favorite. I just love knowing what your cards, which cards speak to you. That helps me. And I hope to see you guys tonight at our kickoff. It's going to be in about 40 minutes at the Stamp Happy Academy Facebook business page. So that's facebook.com/Stamp Happy Academy. And that's open to everybody for our meet and greet. You can find out all the information about our event. And I hope you'll join us for the kickoff. It's going to be a lot of fun. So have a great rest of your week, friends. I will see you again soon. Bye.